Eric
Don't get me wrong, Tristan. I like you coming over to my house, but you can't keep clogging the toilet, and then I am always the one who has to take the fall for it.
Hey, dude. Sorry. It's a shitty joke.
Gosh, yeah, I know. It was a pretty shitty joke. But with that said, welcome back to the Landing Podcast, everyone, hosted by me, Fisher, and of course, my friend Tristan, where we talk about bullshit and you listen to it. Yeah, that joke there, I kind of brought up in the beginning of this podcast. We have a little story behind that. So I do. Would you like to explain it, Tristan?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, the second time I ever went to your house, yeah, I clogged up Fisher's toilet the second time I was ever there. It was pretty embarrassing, but you were a good friend, and I remember I went in the bathroom and I went to go flush the toilet and it wouldn't flush. I went and told you, and then you told your dad, and you told your dad that you were the one who clogged the
Mhm.
toilet and he had to unclog it, so you took all the blame.
Yeah, yeah. I was like when you came out of the bathroom, I was like in shock too. Like part of me kind of knew you clogged it because you were kind of like ruffling around in there or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But then when you came and told me, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So like I had to go and get the plunger, which I think we keep it out in the garage. And of course, my parents, they're always in like our living room essentially, and they're always watching TV. So I have to go through there to get to my garage. And my dad is just like, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm getting the plunger. I clogged the toilet. Like I didn't really know what to say. Like for some reason, I felt like I was caught red-handed doing something I wasn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I knew what I was doing. Getting the plunger. It was. I mean, it's easy to unclog a toilet. It's just disgusting. And
Yeah,
then
the best part about staying the night at your house that night was at the very end whenever your dad beat the shit out of you for clogging the toilet.
Yeah, yeah. That I'm sure you really enjoyed hearing my screams. But no,
Yeah.
no. It's funny because one of my first jobs out of high school, actually, I guess it was my first job out of high school. I actually did have to plunge toilets. I was kind of like a janitor, but like it was actually at that campground, which of course you caught me working there, and that's how you found out,
Yeah.
obviously. But yeah, I had to take care of that campground, and that was a really easy job. It was really boring though, I admit that, but it was really nice having a job where I can like be in the outdoors and the work wasn't too hard. So it was like I got to enjoy my summer just being outside. And I don't know. That was a job that I really did enjoy doing. And of course, you get to meet a lot of different people who are actually
Yeah,
trying to
did you
camp
make
there.
minimum wage?
I think so. I think it was
What was
minimum wage.
minimum wage for you at the time?
Mm,
Because I was thinking, like, because whenever I worked at the hardware, I got paid 9.50 an hour, and it eventually got raised. But
950.
yeah, 9.50 was minimum wage, and that was in 2015. And
Hmm.
now minimum wage is what, like 15 or 14, something like that.
Yeah, well, I was thinking I got like
Washington.
14 something an hour. Hold on, let me look this up. So that was a 2017.
Okay, it
Um,
went up because after that I got up to like 11.50 or something like that.
in 2017. I want to look this up for Washington State. It was $11 an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually don't even know if I was making 14 an hour. I can't remember, but it was around a minimum wage. But I know that when I came back the next summer, they gave me a raise and by like
Mm.
50 cents or something. So, or maybe it was a dollar. I don't even remember. Either way, I got a
Making big
raise.
bucks.
Big bucks, yeah, especially out of high school. But now that was a job that I really liked being outside. It was really, really like I guess crowded during Meltdown, that festival, or the Bluegrass festivals.
What was the
Um,
nastiest toilet you had to clog?
that's a good question. Oh my God, I don't know. There's been some pretty bad ones, even in the women's bathroom. Surprisingly, and it's kind of funny.
What's that supposed to mean? Women can't shit?
I wait. I mean, I guess they can. I mean, I didn't know that until I started working there.
Yeah.
But no, there's been some pretty bad ones in the women's bathroom. The women's bathroom, it's always you have to keep an eye on it a lot more than the men's bathroom because women go through so much toilet paper where men don't do it as much, and so you always have to make sure sure you have to keep restocking the toilet paper. That's just one thing I learned while working there. But my nastiest toilet I got, one of the funniest things I remember. So it's funny. So like, it's this like obviously this building where there's a men's and women's bathroom, but in between the men and women's section, there's like, I guess, this closeted area where we keep all, like, the brooms or the cleaning supplies, whatever you want to call it. And it's basically a storage room. But what's funny is that there's like vents, so you can still hear what's going on in those bathrooms. And what's hilarious is listening to them fart. It's just funny hearing them fart. And then sometimes you'll hear on our conversations, like they'll comment on the other person farting or something. It's so funny to listen to. And it honestly never got old for me. But yeah, I mean, they were outdoor bathrooms, so they're always going to be needing cleaning, and of course, like, I always have to make sure there's no spiders and stuff, or bees nest. That was another one. Bees nest was a huge thing. Not having those in the bathroom.
You find a lot of cum in the boys' bathroom.
I have never taken a black light in there, and I know I don't ever plan on doing that. No.
Tune in on what's on next episode, guys. We're gonna use a black light in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, that'll be on the next episode. That'll be when we get our video podcast going on. That'll be sick. I think that'll be awesome doing shit like that. Yeah. Do you know who? Have you ever heard the podcast called Tiny Meat Gang?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, they do some. Wait, no, I sent you a TikTok.
Yeah, because there's that one guy who's like has a thing going on with like him and like Jared Goff. Like Jared Goff thinks he's a different guy or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. I can't remember what that exactly, because I remember seeing it a while ago. And then they kind of made that reference in that future episode on their podcast. But I thought it was funny having the machine. What was it, Matthew McConaughey's foot?
Yeah. It's a replica.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I actually haven't really listened to podcasts recently. Wait, I forgot, Tristan. What are the ones that you keep up to date with?
Oh, Pardon My Take in Your Mom's House and the Josh Potter Show. Those are the three main ones I listen to.
Okay. Yeah, I still haven't checked out like Your Mom's House or Two Bears One Cave yet.
Oh, dude, you're missing out. They're so funny.
Yeah, I hear a lot of things about them, but I don't know. I just haven't found myself listening to them as recently, because when I worked as a painter, it made it really easy to listen to podcasts. I mean, you're doing the most repetitive thing all day, so it's like, how you get through it, you listen to podcasts or listen to music. And so, yeah, it was such a great... I honestly, I really enjoyed painting. It was definitely a fun summertime job.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's the one thing about my job is that I'm listening to podcasts all the time. Like, when I'm home, if I'm like, I don't know, if we're like making food or doing laundry or doing chores around the house, I'll have a podcast on as background music. But other than that, outside of work, I don't really listen to podcasts all that much.
Well, so I know you drive a truck, but is it like one of those big trucks that like UPS drivers drive, or is it like a pickup truck?
It's like a pickup truck.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Chevy Colorado.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But okay, that's cool, because I for some reason I always thought it was like a bigger truck you were trying to drive. It was just basically a normal size. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's normal size. It's not big.
Tristan, so did you hear about Colin Kaepernick in Seattle?
I did.
Yeah, what do you think?
He was doing passing drills with what's his name? Is like Aaron Fuller, who's a receiver for UW, and like on the tweets I saw, it was like he's throwing passes to Seattle receiver Aaron Fuller, which isn't wrong, but at the same time, Aaron Fuller's like sixth on the depth chart. I mean, like, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. I mean, like I really liked Aaron Fuller out of UW, but I don't get why it just seemed like just a random person to be doing drills with. That's why I didn't quite understand. I remember he was like originally doing drills with Tyler Lockett. So I didn't get why he went from him to Aaron Fuller. It just seemed like a really random duo.
Well, the article I read, Aaron Fuller asked Colin Kaepernick on Twitter if he wanted to work out, and so he went up to UW to go work out with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah. That's the article I read. So, but also, did you also hear about the Chiefs are looking to acquire DK or Tyler Lockett?
I heard about that. Did you hear about Tyreek Hill getting traded to the Dolphins?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that would be crazy. Yeah, 'cause now him and Jalen Waddle will be on the team together.
Yeah,
I feel like with Tua not really being good at deep balls, they're gonna have
yeah.
a bunch of receptions for not very many yards.
Yeah, and I think like with DK and Tyler Lockett, like I don't want either of them to leave because I think they're like some of the best assets for the Seahawks. And I know Tyler Lockett's he's getting a lot older, but honestly, I still think he's really good. I thought he had a
Oh
good
yeah,
season last
without a
last
doubt.
season.
He's
So
one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL.
exactly, I agree. I think he's the most underrated as well. And DK, obviously, he's what people like to call him Megatron. I don't know if they call him that anymore, but
That's Calvin Johnson. He'll never be Megatron,
uh,
but I mean, if he gets, I don't think there's going to be another Calvin Johnson. He's just a freak of nature. But, I mean, DK
yeah.
is an absolute beast. He's like, I think out of him and Lockett, we definitely need to keep DK because he's so much younger. We could easily build a great offense around him.
But do you think Colin Kaepernick should go to Seattle? Would you like it? Like, if he actually did come to Seattle, would you be okay with that?
I'd definitely be okay with it. I mean, I'm not like if it happens, good for him. But at the same time, he's in his later 30s, and like his last like year in like I think it was like 2015 or 2016. The last year he played, he was not good. Like even like
hmm
before the whole movement and the kneeling thing and all the political stuff that got a lot of teams not want to sign him. Even before that, he wasn't a good quarterback. I mean, like it would be a really cool moment if he did sign to Seattle. Like I'm all for it. I'm down to see him play. But
hmm
it's just gotten to the point where I want to see what Drew Lock can do.
Yeah, that's true. I think with Colin Kaepernick's case, like I think it would be fair for a team to pick him up but not make him a starting quarterback because just because he looked good working out and like passing the ball or whatever. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. This is all like him practicing for himself. Like
Yeah.
like real game material is not going to fly with him if he's not ready for that kind of stuff yet. And he's been out of the league since what, 2016 I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's 2016.
And so I think he has potential, but not as a starting QB. I mean, look at oh my gosh, the Panthers QB, freaking oh my god, Cam
Cam
Newton.
Newton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's kind of this. It's a little bit of the same deal with him. I feel like because he like has all this potential. I mean, obviously he hasn't been out of the league as long as Colin Kaepernick, and there's like really no political like sense going on with him. But the point being, uh, Cam Newton has definitely shown his capabilities of being a good quarterback, but he is doing a terrible job showing them now, and,
Hmm.
and that's something that Colin Kaepernick should try to avoid. Like he should not actually go ahead and enter in the league so soon, especially as a starting QB, and end up just being a complete failure because then it will definitely like look in the eyes of all the NFL teams and be like, okay, we're not going to pick up this guy. So,
Yeah, and Cam Newton was also plagued with a shoulder injury too, and that really affected his playability.
mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he was to play for Seattle, I guess cool, but I just don't want him to see him as a starting QB. I mean, also Drew Lock doesn't look that impressive either, but I
I'm
mean,
excited to see him. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, like, yeah, I'd be happy if we got Kaepernick. I mean, cool. I definitely, that would be a huge moment in NFL history because I mean he hasn't been in the league since 2016 and he gets to
mhm.
start. Like, that would be, that would be news headlines all over.
Yeah,
But
and it would be nice that it'd be nice if our linemen could treat our quarterbacks nicely because Russell
yeah,
Wilson's had to deal with a lot of sacks, so be prepared to run for your life. I'm just gonna say that right
yeah,
now.
that's another reason why. Yeah, yeah, like I said, it'd be cool to have Kaepernick just like for the sake of the headlines, but no, I don't think it'd be a good idea. He's in his 30s and he's gonna be, like you said, he's gonna be running for his life, and that's the thing.
hmm
Like whenever he was in his prime, he was a great running quarterback, but he's gonna have Seattle's O line, so he's always gonna be doing that. And if he gets laid out a couple times, if he gets one injury, it's gonna take longer for him to recover, most likely.
That's true. But yeah, it's been a very interesting off season, I'd say, for the NFL, especially with all these different trades and people going to certain teams. Like I was not expecting Baker Mayfield to leave Cleveland. I was not expecting
Mhm.
that to happen. So I thought that was really cool to see Deshaun Watson make his way over there. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's
230 million guaranteed.
oh
It's
my
ridiculous.
God, they really don't want Baker.
Yeah,
But
they just really want Deshaun Watson.
yeah, We'll have to see how that goes. And of course, it's funny that we won't. I don't think we'll see Baker Mayfield playing for the Seahawks either. So,
No, that's what's so funny is like it's like they're talking about how he's either going to go to Seattle or Indy. They're
yeah,
saying that could happen, and then he said he would
he,
rather go to Indy than Seattle, and then Indianapolis gets Matty Ice,
yeah, they didn't want him. They
and they're
didn't
like,
want
oh,
Baker,
he could go to Seattle or Carolina,
but he wants to go to
and then he
Carolina.
said, and then he said he would rather go to Carolina than Seattle,
Hmm.
and now Carolina's out of the picture, and people are like, oh, I hope he comes to Seattle, and I'm like, can you not take the hint? Like he's
Yeah,
like,
he does not want to go.
there's been two other scenarios, and he blatantly said he'd rather go to these teams than Seattle. So he clearly does not want to come to
Yeah,
Seattle.
clearly he doesn't want to be here. It would be really interesting seeing him in a Seahawk uniform. I'll say that. But yeah, I heard about that. I think my brother was actually telling me because I didn't come across it myself. But
It hurts with Seattle. Sorry, I started cutting you off, but
no, you're good.
it
You're good.
hurts to see Seattle become that kind of team now. The kind of team that like nobody wants to go to. Not
Oh
no,
yeah.
not nobody, but the fact that there's people that straight up don't want to come to Seattle now. It kind of hurts because I remember when Seattle seemed like such a desirable place to go because we were a winning organization, and
Well,
now we're not looking like that.
yeah. Well, I wonder like what it's like not being a Seattle fan. Like if you're a hardcore I don't know, Chargers fan, like what is your opinion of the Seahawks? Like, do you think they're sea hacks? Like, is that what you call them, sea hacks?
Mhm.
I've heard that term, and so I'm just really curious what the rest of NFL fans think of Seattle, and so there might be like some bad thing about Seattle. Like, well, the thing about Seattle for the longest time was that they were the kind of team that was really unpredictable if they would beat you or not. But most of the time the odds were them beating you. And so I just think, I don't know. I don't know what people think about Seattle other
Yeah,
than Seattle fans.
we also got a lot of bandwagon fans,
Oh
bandwagoners
yeah.
after that after we won the Super Bowl.
Uh, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I know somebody who I believe was a Seattle fan or bandwagon person.
Who was it?
My ex's father.
Really?
And he has he has the Seattle Seahawks logo tattooed on his arm, and it's
Does he
colored.
really?
I'm not kidding.
And he didn't follow Seattle before they won the Super Bowl?
I don't think so. I could be mistaken. I
Really?
could be mistaken. That's because he's from Florida. Uh,
Oh,
and I don't know. I just find it odd that I guess he did grow up in Washington too. I don't know. I can't remember his backstory too much. I should have I should have
yeah.
put him on blast for this, but that's just something that's always been kind of in the back of my mind because like a lot of his opinions that I've seen him like tweet out or like just
He has
said.
a Twitter. Your
I
ex's dad has a fucking Twitter.
I had to unfollow him because some of the things he said were just so idiotic, and I'm just like, dude, I'm ashamed that you're even a Seattle fan. But I don't know, I couldn't deal with him. I just couldn't do it anymore. I had to unfollow him. But I mean, he can think whatever he wants, he is who he is. But I just didn't agree with some of his like opinions about the NFL and some certain
I
things about
wonder if he's
football.
I wonder if he's gonna get the tattoo on him removed.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I know I've seen somebody have a Seahawk tattoo where it was the Lombardi Trophy, and of course it said Super Bowl 50, no, 48. That's what it was.
49,
49,
the one
49.
we lost.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
48. Yeah, the one
48.
we won.
Okay, yeah, because there's people that'll get like Super Bowl champ
Hmm.
tattoos on them like in advance, so like and they lose the Super Bowl and they look really bad. That's one they have to get removed.
Dude, oh my gosh. Like, is it like really bad getting a tattoo removed? Like, does it leave a mark on your body?
I've heard it's more painful. I mean, I have one tattoo and it didn't really hurt. Like it felt like a bee sting kind of at first, but after that you start to feel numb.
Hmm.
But I've heard with getting them lasered off, it's a lot more painful.
Oh, but do you know anything about like physical appearance? Like, does it leave a mark there? I assume it does.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I know you have to. I think you have to do multiple appointments. So I think it takes multiple times for them to do it in order for it to completely go away.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. Does removing tattoos leave scars? Oh, yeah. Well, it's like the first thing. Once the tattoo removal process is complete, the ink will have been eliminated from the location, but any of the scarring from the original tattoo will likely still remain.
Okay, so you can get it completely lasered off, but if there's any scarring on there, then no.
Yeah, it looks like
Mm.
that's the case. Huh. Interesting. I always wondered that. I wonder like
Mhm.
how frequently people who do get tattoos, how often they get them removed. Because I know
Mhm.
people who get tattoos, but I don't think I've met anyone that's gotten one lasered off.
Yeah, there was this whenever I was at this mental rehab center, there was a guy there, and he is a tattoo artist, and he said that like drunk people would come in. And like it was usually, and he said like he refused to work on drunk people because a lot like drunk people will come in and get a tattoo and the next day regret it and want to get it lasered off.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard the same thing,
Hmm.
which makes sense because you're not sober. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and people do a lot of stupid things when they're drunk. So it's
Oh yeah.
understandable. I heard, was it a TikTok story or something? I think it was a TikTok story. Like there was this tattoo artist. I think he was the one sharing it. He was tattooing this girl, and she was getting like her boyfriend's initials or something stupid like that. How people who do that are so dumb. But she got
Hmm.
like her boyfriend's initials like tattooed on her arm or something, and he was doing that or whatever. And the boyfriend, like he asked if he could play his music on like his Bluetooth speaker. So his phone is hooked up to the Bluetooth speaker, but he got a phone call and went outside and answered it. But but he was still hooked up to the Bluetooth speaker, and I guess he was like cheating on that girl who was getting a tattoo. And so I guess like the tattoo artist had like he like was obviously listening to this conversation, so he like started immediately getting rid of the tattoo or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was like
I wonder
really
how
interesting.
it's like it was like a whole like back tattoo and he's like halfway through it.
It's like, well, do you want me to finish or?
Yeah.
I've always wondered that. It's funny. I've actually thought it'd be really cool to get a back tattoo of the Origins poster from Call of Duty Zombies. I
On
always
your
thought,
whole back.
yeah, I always thought that would be like, or at least not all of it, but at least like the upper half of it, where I have all the four characters holding the staves. Like I thought that would be so cool to have. I don't know. I always thought that, and of course the what's it called? The Prestige Master logo for Black Ops 2. I want that tattooed on my calf. Like I think that's like one ultimate goal of mine is have that tattooed there. And the thing is, like, I'm not really a tattoo person. I don't know what I think about tattoos, honestly. Like, I think there's some pretty cool ones out there, but I feel like if you're gonna get a tattoo, it has to be super unique and not something, I don't know, something common that you see, like a flower, for example. You see a lot of girls get flower
Yeah.
tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
If I ever got anything Call of Duty related tatted on me, I would get the logo for the Perkaholic, and then the logo for the In Plain Sight Gobblegums. I would get each of
oh.
those tatted on each of my nuts.
That's a great freaking idea, Tristan. I've told you I got the Perkaholic ornament, the Christmas ornament.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm so happy I got those. I can't wait to use them next Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, the Prestige Master logo on my calf is something I wanted because I guess it's like calf is like in the location where you can't really show it off if you're wearing pants.
Yeah.
And so like I know I'm trying to work in a professional environment, so I'm always gonna be wearing pants, so nobody's ever gonna see it because I know like in the more professional business world they don't like tattoos, and
Yeah.
which I think's a little dumb, honestly. I don't know why. I think it's the same with nurses. Nurses have to wear long sleeves if they have tattoos. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And I think that's a little dumb. Maybe it just depends where you work, but still,
Yeah,
I
probably.
I, I don't know. I don't really see the point of covering up tattoos. Like, I guess I can understand if you have a face tattoo, like
Like YMG.
like YMG, yeah, have a big YMG tattooed on your forehead. I mean, that's some next level shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was getting the tattoo that I was gonna get. He stole my fucking idea. Now I
Oh,
can't get it.
damn. No, actually, speaking of YMG, got some little bit of news about him.
Lay it
So,
on me.
YMG has announced officially on March 23rd, 2022, specifically at 7:17 p.m.
Oh, this is recent, really recent.
Yeah, really, really recent. Actually, this was 9 minutes ago, so if I do the math, it will be 7:08. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, 7:08 p.m. He posted on Facebook saying, about to have my music put on Spotify and iTunes. Preach emoji, talk emoji, fart emoji, 100%
Fart
emoji. I don't know. It's the blowing emoji or something. Walk
Yes.
emoji, a purple devil looking thing, a plug, a fire pointing down, a halo, I think, and musical numbers or whatever, symbols. I don't know music language. God damn it.
Music notes. I
Music
don't think
notes.
use enough emojis.
I know. I think it was like maybe about 20 off, I'd say. I don't know how many emojis he should have used. But yes, he's finally going to put it on Spotify and iTunes. I am impressed.
Long overdue.
Yeah, really, honestly.
Listen to at the gym. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna have a whole playlist dedicated to YMG. That is gonna be some good shit right there. But yeah, I just had to bring that up because I saw that. I'm like, there's no way. Like, we don't have to listen to it on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, all of his songs are getting added to my bedroom jams.
Okay, Tristan. So I don't even. Last week we did our March Madness bracket. We kind of went over that, and I know you don't really watch basketball, if any whatsoever, but I watched a lot of the games during the first and second round of this bracket, and my God, there were so many good games, so entertaining, and it's called March Madness for a reason. It's crazy. Like, it is so crazy intense how close these games can get, and you have no idea who's going to actually make it. Like, it's in fucking sane. And
the only game I actually watched was the Arizona TCU game, and that game was nuts.
Oh my gosh, yes, that game was... Oh my gosh. And like, I honestly, so I of course had Arizona beating Gonzaga in the finals, and I honestly think that Arizona is still going to win it. I seriously do. I think Arizona is going to take it all the way. Just, oh my God, just the raw talent on their starting team is just insane. And when they went up against, who they go up against? Houston?
TCU.
Yeah. Who is it?
In March Madness you're talking about?
Yeah, what was the last game? It was
against...
against...
it was against TCU.
TCU played Duke. Wait, no, shoot. Yeah, you're right. TCU. Wait, what's so weird?
They're playing Houston tomorrow.
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I was like looking at the fucking wrong thing. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, TCU, but oh my God, that game was fucking crazy. And seeing how that one player, I can't think of his name, but he could have won the game in regulation. But when he was like a split second off of dunking the ball before the timer, the buzzer hit 0. And that was just insane. Like, seeing how he almost had that. And of course, Arizona came back at the very last 30 seconds. They took a 5-point lead or something like that. Or I think it was like maybe 8 seconds left, and they took a 5-point lead, and yeah, it really sealed the deal.
Yeah, then the Benedict Mathurin, was that Mathurin or something like that?
Ooh, yeah, that sounds similar.
Yeah, and then the other guy, I gotta look him up. Christian Coloco. Because together they had 58 total points. They carried their team going against TCU. They were both definitely carrying.
And then for Gonzaga, their last game, it was against Arkansas. Is that correct? Holy crap. What's his name? Timmy. Yes. Was Nick Tim? No, not Nick Timmy.
Wait, they play Arkansas tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah, you're right. They play Arkansas tomorrow. Gosh, dang it. I'm looking at the wrong thing again. Yeah, it was Memphis they played, right? That was their last game. Yeah. So they played Memphis, and freaking Timmy. Oh my God, that guy, Drew Timmy, I think his name is. He is a beast as a post player. Holy crap. He literally has a hook shot nailed down. That guy is crazy. And seeing his potential and seeing a lot of the other players' potentials, like that 7'1" foot dude, I can't think of his name. He for like a really tall and skinny guy, and he looks like he is not very what's the right word? Tristan, help me out here.
Give me a hint.
So do you know what guy I'm talking about? The 7'1" player for Gonzaga?
Yeah, Chet Holmgren.
Is that his name? Wait, how do you say it?
Chet Holmgren, right? That's the one guy who's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah. He's coordinated. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, it looks like he's not very
coordinated.
Yeah.
Coordinated. Oh yeah, Chet Holmgren. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he looks like he's not very coordinated, but like he really does a good job like handling the ball and making really good post moves. And of course, his height is a huge advantage. And it's funny too because I love watching him dunk the basketball because he barely has to lift himself off the ground. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just find it really fascinating. But I
Yeah,
think
he's 7 feet tall and 190 pounds. He's bone
190.
skinny.
He is skin. I weigh more than him. That really tells you something, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think
And you're only
Gonzaga,
what, like 4 inches shorter than him?
yeah, no, more like 3.5. But no,
Wish I was that big.
yeah, but no, I think Gonzaga has the potential to making it to the finals again. But I'm afraid they are going to blow it
Yeah,
with
I think they're gonna
Arizona.
choke.
You think they're going to choke too?
Yeah, I'm rooting for them. They
Yeah,
always choke.
but yeah, I mean, has it been 2 years in a row they choked? I know it was been like at least 3 times I think they've choked,
Yeah, they
but
lost to Baylor last year. I remember in 2017 maybe it was either Gonzaga or Oregon.
no, I swear it was 2 years in
They
a row.
lost to UNC. It may have been 2 years in a row.
NCAA championship. Oh, why is it VC? I don't know why it's V in there. Well, so what year would that be? So this is 2022, 2021.
Yeah, because in 2020 it was canceled, so it would have been 2019.
Oh, in 2020 you got Oh, yeah. Tournament championship. Wait, is that the championship? Final Four. Oh no. Maybe it wasn't 2 years in a row because it was Texas Tech and Virginia.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Either way, they choke. That's the thing about Gonzaga. They choke. There's a
wait,
reason they haven't won a championship ever.
the Cavaliers defeated the Red Raiders. Is that what their mascot name is? I don't know why.
Not Gonzaga's the Bulldogs.
No. Texas Tech and Virginia. What are their? Is it Cavaliers and Red Raiders?
That sounds right.
Okay, I wasn't for sure because I was looking at the article, but they weren't saying the state's name. Okay,
Yeah, Cavaliers. Yeah, that's Virginia.
that's kind
I
of
knew their logo, but I kept thinking of Virginia Tech. I'm like, no, they're the Hokies. But no, yeah, Virginia's the Cavaliers.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, I was just yeah. Well, okay, well, whatever. We'll just move away from that. Like, so how good was your bracket, Tristan? Like how accurate were some of your like what were some of your points? How many points you got? Upset points? All that good
I got
stuff.
42. I got 42 points, 84 points remaining, and 68 upset points.
60. You have 68 upset points.
Yeah.
No, that's more than me. I got 59 upset points, but my points in general were just 45. And then points remaining is 108. Overall rank is 43,000. What does it say for yours?
43,000.
Yeah. Do you see that next to the upset points?
No, I do not. Let me see.
And then next to it, it says overall percentile is 98%. Which I don't
It
honestly.
just
I don't.
says
Oh yeah, go ahead.
it says points remaining, upset points, and then it shows. No, no, yeah, it's not showing my ranking on here.
Oh, that's weird. Whatever. I don't know. So upset points. So you definitely beat me in that category, but I don't know the difference between points and upset points. I mean, does it go
Yeah,
by?
I had Boise beating Memphis, and I did not get that right.
Yeah, I had Memphis right all the way, but I
Wow.
didn't get UConn right. Right? Yeah, UConn lost in the first round, so that didn't go well for me. And I just realized that the tournament starts again tomorrow, and this isn't going to be uploaded until Friday. So,
Um,
so I don't know, but
let's see
anyway,
how well our takes age.
I'm trying to think what my upsets were. I know what was it? Michigan State, I think it was. Yeah, Michigan State. I had that right. Them upsetting CSU.